If you are working in Ontario and dreaming of Canadian permanent residence, stop scrolling because Ontario has completely changed its immigration program and these new pathways could work in your favor. So, what exactly has changed? Who can apply? And what should you do next? Let's break it all down. Hi everyone, I'm Khushi from Neximm Immigration. On this channel, we share regular updates and insights on Canada immigration along with helpful tips for studying and traveling abroad. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest immigration updates and important announcements. Ontario has introduced a brand new workforce priority stream, replacing several older OINP permanent residence categories. The goal? To make it easier for employers to retain skilled workers already contributing to Ontario's economy. But here's the catch. There are new eligibility rules, new employer requirements, and everyone will need to submit a brand new expression of interest when the system reopens. Let's go through everything you need to know. What has actually changed? As of May 30, 2026, Ontario has officially replaced several existing employer job offer PR streams with a new workforce priority stream. This new system has three pathways: the Tier 0 to 3 pathway, Tier 4 to 5 pathway, and self-employed physicians pathway. Although these pathways are now officially in effect, Ontario is not yet accepting applications. The province will reopen its redesigned expression of interest or EOI system later this summer. Tier 0 to 3 pathway. Let's start with the pathway that most skilled workers will be interested in. To qualify, you will need first a permanent full-time job offer from an eligible Ontario employer in a Tier 1, 2 or 3 occupation. Second, language proficiency. Depending on your occupation, you will need either CLB 5 or CLB 6 in English or French. Alternatively, graduates from eligible Ontario post-secondary institutions may satisfy this requirement through their Ontario education. Third, you will need to meet one of two qualification routes. Route 1. If your occupation is regulated, you will need the required Ontario license or authorization. Route 2. If your occupation is not regulated, you will need both education and work experience. The education requirement is generally at least a 1-year post-secondary diploma or degree. If your education was completed outside Canada, you will need an Educational Credential Assessment or ECA. There are some important exceptions as well. For nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates NOC 33102, a 1-year Ontario College certificate is enough. For many skilled trades, including cooks, chefs, technical trades, general trades, natural resources, process control, and aircraft production, a high school diploma can meet the education requirement. Many of these skilled trades also qualify with CLB 5. Work experience requirements. Applicants have two options. Option 1, at least 2 years of full-time work experience within the last 5 years, usually in the same occupation as the Ontario job offer. Option 2, employer-specific work experience. This means 6 consecutive months of full-time work with the same employer during the past year, or only 3 consecutive months if you are a recent graduate from an eligible Ontario institution. Ontario defines full-time work as 30 hours or more per week. Recent Ontario graduates are those who completed a 2-year diploma, graduate certificate, master's degree or PhD within the last 3 years. Tier 4 to 5 pathway. Ontario has also created a pathway for workers in occupations requiring mainly secondary school education and workplace training. To qualify, you will need a permanent full-time job offer in a Tier 4 or Tier 5 occupation, at least 9 months of work experience with the same employer during the past 2 years, at least a Canadian secondary school diploma or equivalent CLB 4 in listening, reading, writing and speaking. Another important requirement is that the offered wage must be at least equal to the median wage for that occupation in the region. Self-employed physicians. Ontario has also introduced a dedicated pathway for self-employed physicians. To qualify, applicants must hold a valid Ontario medical license, be registered as an independent, academic or provisional practitioner, and be eligible to bill through Ontario's health insurance plan, commonly known as OHIP. Employer requirements. This is where many applicants get rejected, so pay close attention. The employer must have been operating in Ontario for at least 3 years. Revenue requirements depend on business location. If the business is inside the Greater Toronto Area, annual revenue must be at least 1 million Canadian dollars. Businesses located in other major metropolitan areas need at least $5 lakh. Businesses outside those regions need $250,000 in each of their last 2 fiscal years. The employer must also employ at least 5 Canadian citizens for permanent residence if located inside the GTA, or 3 if located outside the GTA. The job offer must be permanent, full-time, represent a genuine business need, and meet or exceed the applicant's current wage if they are already employed by the company. Ontario may also ask employers to prove they first tried to recruit Canadian citizens or permanent residents before hiring internationally. Now, let's move to expression of interest system. Here's one of the biggest changes. Everyone, including applicants who already had an OINP profile, must submit a brand new expression of interest. Old profiles will not carry over. Employers will also need to submit a new job offer through the employer portal and link it to the applicant's EOI. Remember, submitting an EOI does not guarantee permanent residence. Ontario will invite only selected candidates through invitations to apply. Ontario's Workforce Priority Stream marks one of the biggest changes to the OINP in recent years. The province has also confirmed that this is only phase 1, with additional immigration streams for professionals, entrepreneurs, and internationally recognized individuals expected in the future. For now, if you are planning to apply under Ontario's new PR pathways, make sure you know your TEER category. In addition, check that your employer meets the new eligibility requirements, prepare your language test and educational documents, and be ready to create a brand new expression of interest when the portal reopens later this summer. If you'd like to find out whether you are eligible under the Tier 0 to 3 or Tier 4 to 5 pathway, connect with our experts at Neximm Immigration. We'll assess your profile and help you prepare a strong application before invitations begin. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone planning immigrating to Canada. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.